Oh my gosh. I've tried to go live 3 times and I was having technical issues and I was like, "What's going on?" So, oh my gosh. Sun square Uranus, clearly. So with that being said, my energy was all over the place. I would love to take a collective breath to ground ourselves. And some of you will be watching this like after the fact, but um, I want to start today a little differently by just taking a grounding breath together. So if you can close your eyes and you can place your left hand on your heart space and your right hand on your belly. And close your eyes and just be in the present moment right now. Feeling your sits bones rooted down to your chair or the floor beneath you, the crown of your head rooting up to the heart of the sky, your spine straight, feeling at ease, feeling at peace in your body. Now let's take 3 grounding, cleansing breaths together, starting from the belly, the diaphragm, through the nose. So let's inhale here. Hold at the top, exhaling out through the mouth. Next, inhale from the belly through the nose. Inhale. Hold at the top. Exhale out through the mouth. Last one, make it your biggest breath. Inhale from the nose. Hold at the top. Exhale, release. And when you're ready, you can release your hands and flutter your eyes open. Okay, I feel definitely a lot better. So today is February 3rd, 2023. It's day 14 of our journey here together, and it's already been 2 weeks. Oh my gosh. And yeah, today feels a little crunchy. I felt a little, I've been feeling a little like, what's the right word? Like stuck, frustrated. And I don't like to blame the stars and the moon for these kind of things, but when these moments happen, like we have a Cancer moon, which is very, very strong because the moon is ruled by Cancer. Cancer is ruled by the moon, and it allows us to be honest with our feelings. And with the Sun square Uranus exact today, but you might have felt it starting earlier this week as this energy starts to build towards the full moon in Leo. And yeah, I think when these less than savory feelings start to come up, as our human nature, we like to um, avoid or disassociate or try to bury our head in the sand. And I am not a proponent of that at all, because when these squares happen in the sky, they affect our nervous system, especially if you have planets around 15 degrees of Aquarius or Taurus, um, and even Leo and Scorpio, the fixed signs. It can definitely affect your body and your nervous system and make you feel stuck, frustrated, a little like the word I want to use is like agitated. It's like that it's like that sand that creates like grit and tension in like an oyster to make it into a pearl, or that like pebble in your shoe that is just like so annoying. Um, but these are moments that are very important because they help us grow and they help us reach a certain level of um, growth that is very important for our journey. So even this morning, I woke up and I was like, oh, I feel stuck. I feel like agitated. I couldn't explain it. I just felt it yesterday and today. And I just have to remind myself that there is something that is trying to come up to the surface for me to see. And you can maybe look at this in like your Aquarius and your Taurus house, because this is where the tension is building and it's being released, right? Or it's trying to be released by being shown to you first. And so like sitting with it and sitting with the uncomfortableness so that you can see, so that you can move through it. It's what this energy is meant for us to work with, not to bury our head in the sand, not to even like ignore it or numb. And I think like the Laura, even 2 years ago, I would have just like tried to bypass it and try to be like positive and be like, oh, everything's going to be okay. But now I'm kind of more of the mindset of, it's trying to show me something. This feeling is trying to show me something that is not in alignment anymore with where I want to be or where I want to go. And I need to work with that energy. So actually, I wanted to pull cards again from the Muse Tarot. And I usually don't read the book's definition, but I pulled a couple cards for myself this morning, and I felt called to read from the book, and it was so healing. I was like, oh, I want to do that with the YouTube crew this morning, the YouTube family, because I feel like a lot of us feel like stuck, stagnant, or something isn't happening, something isn't like coming, we're waiting for, right? So what is the message you want? Oh, okay. That was quick. And I love the card that came out, which is the Wheel. The Wheel is number 10, and it's ruled by Jupiter. And this card, for some people, means fortune and abundance, the Wheel of Fortune. But for me, the wheel turns no matter what. And so if you're at the top, like this lady up here, you're like, this is amazing. I'm at the top of my game. I have all this amazing stuff happening. But just knowing that life is cyclical and you are going to go down. But when you're down, you realize this is also temporary and you're going to go up. And so I very much feel like a lot of us are down here. Just personally, maybe I'm projecting, but a lot of us are like, okay, we've been doing the work. We've been healing. We've been doing all the things. And it's been like, 6 years of Saturn in its domicile, Saturn in Capricorn, Saturn in Aquarius, and it's been 6 years of contraction and removing and death and all right, getting real, getting sober about our lives. And now it's like, all right, when is the upturn happen? This is like exactly how I feel right now. I feel like, all right, I've been here. But I want to read the book definition, as I was saying. So let me find that. And it's a major arcana. So this turning point is a big deal for a lot of us. Okay, here we go. A lucky time to move ahead. Fate, destiny, spinning the wheel of fortune, the ups and downs of life, seeking serendipity, fortuitous timing, cycles of change. She has been up here before and down there. She has been all of these things. No one, not even the muse of the wheel, has learned how to love life to the fullest without experiencing the absence of satisfaction from time to time. She has learned to enjoy all the stages, accepting that she will rise and fall with the wheel's cycling energies. She loves to spin the wheels of fate for others, knowing that their difficult memories or karmic discomfort can be healed. She will gift you the seeds of serendipity and fate and bid you carry them with you so that you can plant your lucky opportunities along the way. In return, she asks you to seek your good fortune fervently, knowing that your destiny is bubbling with positive magic. It lies dormant, ready to be found. Follow her breadcrumbs of laughter and love because they are within your reach. Sometimes the seeds of serendipity wait dormant till they're sought, and the waves of synchronicity must be noticed and not caught. Okay, I love this message, especially from what I just explained to you of like my own personal experience, because change is first of all, being human is not easy, and there's so much polarity and duality that we sign up for, and like really having faith and trust is such a journey because none of us really know. The only thing we can control is our reactions to things and our own like selves and our own perspectives. We cannot control the outer reality, but that takes so much, like a radical sense of faith and trust in the divine timing of life. And when you're in that downward spiral, or when you're down here in that ebb, and like things aren't happening in the timing that you want, it's like having that deep faith and trust in your intuition that things are moving forward. And I really feel like, again, this energy is building up for a reason. And so I think also community, I don't know why I'm going off in this tangent, but community is so important because I was having this discussion with my other astrologer friend yesterday about this, and she was feeling the same way. And I think it's just a collective energy that we're all going through right now. It's like we're like wanting this change, right? But change takes time, and change is difficult because we're literally allowing parts of ourselves to die, and we're reconstructing, is that a word? Our structures and our realities of how we perceive things. And that's not an easy task, okay? Which brings me to day 14, act as if, 2 weeks down. I can't believe it. I'm going to read the quote here. All you can possibly need or desire is already yours. Call your desires into being by imagining and feeling your wish fulfilled. Neville Goddard. The very first manifestation book I ever read was Ask and It Is Given by Esther and Jerry Hicks. I watched The Secret like so many others, but Ask and It Is Given was my first real introduction into this practice. I bought the book in 2017. I have even been to an Esther Hicks event with my mom, which is a whole different story. It was so interesting to see Esther channel Abraham Hicks in person, and I do believe in channels after having seen it. What piqued my interest about the book was that it all seems so easy. And if you've watched the movie The Secret or read the book The Secret or any of Esther and Abraham Hicks's book, they make it seem so easy. Like ask and it is given, right? Get your vibration right by matching the vibration of the thing that you want. In case you've never read the book, I want to catch you up to speed. In chapter 10, you learned 3 steps to whatever you want to be, do, or have. Step 1, your work, which is what we need to do, is to ask. Step 2 is not your work. The answer is given. And then step 3 is us, again, our work. You receive and allow the answers. You let it in. This looks easy on paper, but I found it to be challenging to constantly keep my vibration in check. The consensus between me and my friends who are also into manifestation was the same. There are so many other variables to consider that can't be bypassed. Obviously, I believe in this process, but for a long time, I felt like something was missing when I tried it. I now know that something was healing my beliefs and perceptions. You see, if you can't even believe it's possible, then when you ask, you will automatically be filled with doubt. I'm not saying you must be completely doubt-free, but you have to get to a place where you don't allow self-sabotaging thoughts to prevent you from being able to successfully manifest. So I think like with the ask and it is given thing is like the last steps of manifestation. The step that they're missing, which obviously if you're a spirit, you're not going to do shadow work because you're not in a human form. You're missing like the key healing component of actually believing your beliefs and perceptions. Another thing to note is that there isn't any mention of intergenerational trauma and oppression in messages from Abraham. When your epigenetic lineage has only known survival, it's not hard to see that thoughts might not always become things. I believe that a more holistic and inclusive process for manifestation has to account for these issues. During these last 14 days, we talked about your dreams, intentions, visions, and alignment. This was all to prep you for the juiciest part of the work. In the next week, we will revisit your past, reflect on your mindset and beliefs, and uncover your mind, body, soul, energy, and emotions. At first, it might seem like each of these are isolated. You might even contemplate the week ahead and feel overwhelmed at everything that you have to consider. There will be time for integration. Actually, you must take time to integrate. But first, what I want you to realize is that everything is connected. Your feelings are affected by your thoughts. Your fears are activated by your environment and your past. Your actions are directed by either fear or love. So many of us have made decisions in our lives based on fear and the illusion of scarcity. It's so easy to choose safety and security over our dreams. There's no shame in this game because I've done it myself. I've gone so far as to say we've all done it. Often, when we make fear based decisions, it's because we didn't know that there was another way. But once you awaken to something, there's no going back. As I mentioned in the beginning, the universe gives you who you are, not what you want. The energy of what you seek must radiate from within you. You must integrate your thoughts, beliefs, feelings, actions, and energy, and then point them toward the things that you want. And to do that effectively, you must practice discernment and know when to be in the yin and when to be in the yang, when to give and when to receive. To put it simply, the biggest part of manifestation is faith. That's what I said. We will talk more about that during the coming weeks. Faith requires you to believe more in what you don't see than what you do see. You have to believe without a shadow of a doubt that your life is changing, even though your environment and your surroundings might not yet show you the evidence of your manifestation. The mind, which is aligned with the element of air, is quick. You can think thoughts in a millisecond. Vision and passion comes next. That's the fire element. Emotions are the most important part of this process because without feeling, there's no energy behind what you desire. That is why feeling what it's like or acting as if is the most important part of manifestation, the water element. Physical matter and the body, earth elements, move at a slower pace. Sometimes manifestations take longer than the mind wants them to come, which is why it's so important to be able to live in the feeling of the present moment before the physical world catches up with it. We can experience the manifestation immediately by feeling it. Most humans don't understand that nothing in nature is linear, not even time. We process our lives through the past, present, and future. But if you can tap into the infinite potential of the higher power, you will understand that there is a divine timing to everything that might not correspond to happened, is happening, or will happen. Oh my God, the Wheel of Fortune. Our human eyes can only see 0.0035% of the entire electromagnetic spectrum. There's so much we can't see, but it all exists in the universal field. Your energy just isn't a match to the vibration of it yet. You don't see the full spectrum of what is available to you yet, not because you're not good enough or that you've done something wrong, but because your range is limited. I always try to remind myself that when I don't get something, it's either because it's not the right time, it's not for me, or something better is on the way. This morning, my friend asked me what I was currently manifesting, and I will let you all know what it is if it comes into my physical reality by the time this book is published. I told her what it was, which I don't usually do because I like to keep my manifestations sacred within me until they are birthed. But something came over me and I felt the need to share it with her. It was partially because my manifestation needs the help of others. After I told her, my friend said, "I never knew you wanted to do that." My reply was, until recently, I'd never allowed myself to believe that it was possible. This manifestation was always a dream in the back of my mind, but I never knew it was in the realm of possibility. After I spoke to her and was able to say it out loud, it made my manifestation feel more real, and I knew it would happen no matter what. I've already started the process of imagining myself doing it, what it would feel like, what the experience would be like. And in terms of action, I'm taking the necessary steps to network and connect with people who can help me. Most of all, I'm going to allow Spirit to help by bringing me to the right people and circumstances. I don't have a deadline and I'm open to how it happens. Okay, so I'm going to share with you what I meant in that because it hasn't necessarily happened yet, but I'm already doing it, which is so I said that I would share it with everybody when it came true, um but I believe that it's so like possible and that it's happening already right now in my body that I feel comfortable sharing it, which is I told my friend that I wanted to be on TV, that I wanted to talk about manifestation, astrology, magic, mysticism at a greater scale every day and not make it so taboo. And because I believe that we all have our own unique magic. And I am doing it already. I'm acting as if I'm showing up every day on YouTube. I'm sharing these topics and these themes with people. I'm showing up every day for 40 days. That was my new moon intention in Aquarius. Aquarius being in my third house of communication and social media and media in general. And I believe it so much in my body that it's already happening because I'm doing it. I'm taking action steps towards where I want to be. And I think before I just never thought it was a possibility. Maybe because, growing up, I didn't see people who looked like me, except for Connie Chung. Um, but like I didn't believe that somebody who didn't have any connections, people in my family, nobody in my family has been on TV. So it just like, sure, was it a wild dream? Was it a delusional dream? Yes, but did I actually believe in reality that it could happen? I don't know. I don't think I ever really believed that, even though there is a part of me that is a little delusional. That's like, whatever, anything's possible. But now, when I told my friend that that's what I wanted to do, she was like, "Oh, I didn't know that you ever wanted to do something like that." Um, because also being so visible in the spotlight is not something that everybody wants. It's something that like is a little scary sometimes because more you're more visible and available to be criticized, judged, ridiculed, picked apart. And there is a side of me that is a super perfectionist. Like I like things to be perfect, even though I know that's not possible. But yeah, now I'm like, it's totally possible. Anything's possible because I actually believe in the stuff that I'm like teaching. So there you are. That's what I was referring to in this book. Um, so like you can obviously read the rest of um, day 14, act as if. The exercise for today is meditation for preparing to manifest. So there's a meditation in here to like get your body in alignment. So it's very similar to what we did in the beginning, which was to like ground our energy. It's to help us be in the present moment because you can only manifest in the present moment. You cannot be halfway into the past, halfway into the future. You have to be here and now in your body because manifestation is a feminine yin principle. It's about receiving, it's about creation. So you want to be in the receptive mode. And a lot of us, do I dare say, are like don't even understand the concept of that because we live in late stage capitalism. I feel like I'm a broken record and we're constantly doing and we're constantly like getting after and like trying to force things to happen when like we just have to be more trusting and be more in the flow. I know that's super difficult. And sometimes I ask myself like how the universe could have like made it that way. Like it's so cruel that like the thing that we want is usually the thing that we become obsessed with, which is the thing that when we focus on, we push further away. So in reality, we need to like release it and let go. But then like it would be so much easier if the thing that we want, we just take action steps towards it more. You know what I mean? It's like we have to understand how duality and energy works. And the go deeper exercise is make the feeling real and visceral by doing it. Go test drive your dream car, go to an open house, act as if. So again, remember your intentions on day one. And this is such a good exercise because that was the new moon in Aquarius. And 2 weeks later, on the 5th, we have a full moon in Leo. So something is being shown, something is being completed. So I'm not saying everyone's manifestation is going to come on this full moon, but you'll start seeing little like glimmers of it. Maybe like you'll get a sign or something is released so that it can make more space for the thing to come through. But act as if, like take an action step towards what it is that you want, what it is that you're doing. Even if it feels so like you're delusional, basically, like just play, pretend. Leo is about acting. Leo is about child's play and pretending. So, like, if you want to become an actress or something, like, start role playing, start like imagining yourself doing it. Like, whatever it takes to get you into that role and showing up as her, him, them now, that's your exercise for today and maybe even this weekend. So just to look forward, we're going to start week 3 tomorrow, days 15 to 28, and healing our beliefs. Now, this is like the juiciest part of our journey together. It's I would say the most important part because we manifest from what we believe. So like I always say, please like and share this and invite your friends to join this journey. All the links are down below to have a one-on-one session with me. I do Reiki healing one-on-one through Zoom. I do astrology, natal readings, and transits, and I will never DM you for readings. All the links to buy my book are down below. It's available at Barnes & Noble's, Amazon, IndieBound, and bookshop.org. And I hope you have a beautiful day. Try to work with this energy and not ignore this energy today at the Sun square Uranus. And we're moving towards the full moon in Leo. Oh my gosh. Okay. Have a beautiful day. Bye.